Hello and welcome to Minecraft. This is an exciting time. It's the very first Jabber Gaming video, and what better way to start than the wonderful world of Minecraft, possibly the most popular game ever. And as you can see, we are in a slightly different looking world. Got some shaders and some textures on, and I'm currently in an amplified map, and the whole purpose of this map is a sort of fantasy Middle Ages theme. So you can see there, got a little bit of castles, bit of town going on down there, flying houses, and some other stuff. Up there is an unfinished blimp, sort of steampunky blimp that doesn't necessarily fit in this world, but it's cool nonetheless. And today I thought it'd be cool to build some sort of medieval sort of watchtower type thingy majig. And what better way, or what better spot to put it than on this beautiful mountain we got here. Covered in trees. It looks very much amplified. And so the idea with this is I'm going to clear a space here and then build upwards, and hopefully, I'll be able to pull off something that looks half decent. So let's get into it. So first off, I'm going to clear the top so we have a good base to start building. So let me just clear this off camera, and then I'll be back with you in a second. And we are back, and as you can see, I have basically lopped the top off the hill here. It's not looking very pretty at the moment, but once the building's done, I'll try to do some sort of beautification of the area around it, and fill out these trees again and just make it all look good. So let's get started on the base of the tower, and what I'm thinking for this is we go for the mossy stone here. We'll need that, and I like these bricks, and get these stairs. We'll get some of these as well, and I think that's a good starting point. But I'll also get some, where are we? Some of these, and potentially some of these. That would be a good starting point, I think. So let's get into it. Because it's a watchtower, I want it kind of close to the edge. Let me see here. I might be building on this tree here. I'll just replace the ground later on, just when I've sort of got everything sort of sorted out in terms of what I want it to look like. Let me see here. Let's just get into it. So how many are we? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Let's just bring that out one more. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And whoops, 9. And I apologize for my obnoxious clicking with this mouse. It might be high time to replace this one. So at the beginning, I just want to feel it out and see what I have to work with. So I guess this will be, I have the edge here. Goodness gracious. And we'll have the entrance on this side. Not finished yet, we're just having a look to see what it looks like. And I think it would be kind of cool to have the foundations sort of integrated with the surroundings. Oh. Maybe a pillar or something going down. Something like that. Okay, and oops. Just bring that up one more. I always like to sort of just start with the entranceway, try and make it look epic. And then work my way around. And I apologize if there's any lag as well. Computer is not the most powerful thing out there. Be cool if we have some lanterns or something there. And then maybe one of these in the middle. Let's just build up these walls a little bit. Come on now. And what I want to do now is, let's just bring this up a bit more. Start to utilize some wood. So I've got these oak planks, and these will go up quite high. Just do some framing, just so I know what I'm doing. Set the level, something like that, and then let's just bring this, oops. Something like that. And let me see, I might not do those two on the side. Now I'm not doing windows and things at the moment, I'm just sort of building out the frame structure and then filling in, and then we can work back from there. So this bit here, I'm going to bring the wood out more because I kind of want it to have a ballooning kind of effect, so the wood would actually come out more out here and then continue up. But for now it's okay. And then we just repeat the process here. So I'll just quickly skip the video and have the other 3 walls completed, and then we'll continue on. Okay, and we're back, and as you can see we have sort of a symmetrical building here. We have this sort of wooden blocks basically supporting the structure, and then the bricks in between. And what I'm going to do is just spice up the base of it a little bit, just so I can kind of build my vision. So I'm going to extensively use these stairs just to sort of add some flares around, and just sort of spice up these pillar structures on the corners here. So let's get into that now. just see, can I merge that? Oh, it doesn't really work. And then something like that. Oops. And I'll bring it around here as well. Oops. I'll separate that bit there. Oops. Something like that, and let's just, oops. Forgot this one. Okay, and then just do the tops of these pillars. Something like that. Now what's going on there? I didn't raise that one up. Did I? Better make sure that they are all the same height. So that's the same, that's the same, that's the same. Looks like we're all good. Nice. So that's somewhat finished the base section. I'm going to go through and do sort of windows and things as well later. But I might do that once the main structure is complete, just so I can kind of figure out how I'm going to do that. And because this edging and the corners are looking pretty epic and look really strong, the front is not looking that impressive anymore, or if ever. So what if we widen this a bit? And in old churches, you know, the entranceways tend to be really, really big and impressive, but then the actual door to get in is generally quite small, just like a normal, I guess, a normal double door. So I kind of want to do the same thing here as well. And something like that, and then the main reason why I like using these fences is basically it adds a little bit of I guess it's dynamic, because you have all these different intersecting bits of geometry, and it just, to me, it looks quite cool. Let's just do the same there, but then this looks kind of out of place. And let's just hide that gap like so. We chuck some lanterns on there, something like that. It's looking a little bit more epic. Yeah. And can I chuck some stairs? That's too far out, isn't it? Oh, it might work. How does that look? Yeah, I think that looks pretty good. But again, I might just smooth it out. Something like that. Yeah, I think that looks pretty cool as a start. So as you see here, it's kind of fallen off, but I will integrate that. I'll do sort of these bricks going down, and also sort of integrate it with the ground just so it looks a little bit more realistic. And obviously I'll cut out this tree and put some ground there as well. And just put a little bit of a path here, like so. Now, as I mentioned before, I kind of wanted to have the wood sort of flare out. So let me just block this out a little bit. Do I want it to go out that far? Maybe not that far. Let's just do the same over here. Oops, got one thing out of place there. Oops. Okay, so that's going to be how far I want to take that. So I will start going up from here. So how many have we got? So that would be sort of floor level. 1, 2, 3, 4. That would be the roof level. Okay, so I'm going to mirror basically what I've done down there up here. Oops. Still trying to figure out in my mind exactly how, in terms of textures and things, how it's going to look. I will bring this out more, I think. Maybe double. Because it's going to be wider at the top, I think I will cut this bit out. Oops. Something like that. I will finesse it a little bit later on if something's not working, obviously. You sort of have to, I guess you got to build it and then look at it as a whole and then decide if something needs to be added or subtracted. And how does that look? Is it looking symmetrical? It's like a giant shopping basket. Okay, and let me just see, I might just have to close it off like that. Okay, so that is the second level there. And for this level, instead of stone or wood or something like that, I'm going to look for a plaster kind of look. Let me just see what this looks like. It's a little bit difficult because the sun is not in our favor. That's a kind of a good look, I like that. Let me just keep looking. Now I am at the mercy of the texture pack that I am using. Let me just see what this looks like. That's tempting too, but that might be too sort of rocky looking. That looks good too. I kind of want the brighter sort of color, I think, if I can't find anything else. I think that's our options. I might go for this one here. I think it looks the most like plaster. It's just that repeated pattern, I guess, that I'm a little bit concerned about, but I think once I add windows and things like that, it'll be less obvious, because I'll be adding framing and stuff like that as well. And I will finesse underneath there as well, I believe. I'll just continue this out. Okay, what I'll do is I'll quickly skip the video and fill out the walls, and then we can go from there. And we are back. So I have filled out the top room with sort of a plastery kind of look, and as you can see, I've been sort of cutting out windows as well. Now generally with these old style structures, the windows are really quite small, so I am just going to fill them in a little bit, add a little bit of texture to there as well, some contrast, and looks something like that. And I think traditionally with these sort of castle kind of structures, they had this sort of, not the sort of the shutters that most people are used to, the two shutters that sort of open up, but because it's kind of like almost a embattlement, no, I don't know what the right word is. The structure sort of involved with sort of wartime activities, they had sort of, you know, those sort of shutters that come down from the top, so I'm just going to add those as well. I could be completely wrong, who knows, but to me it looks kind of cool. Okay, and there we are. So the internal of the building, it looks quite simple. I've just used these planks just to get a bit of contrast, a bit of different texture. I will do sort of a staircase going up there through the floor as well. But to me it's looking pretty epic thus far. So you can see the second story is kind of jutting out just to give that sort of exaggerated look, and so it's pretty dark. Check some lanterns in here. Epically tall. I think it'd be quite cool to have a stone staircase sort of circling up. I think that would be pretty cool. I might make that off screen just so if I muck something up you guys can't see it and make fun of me. So we will continue, and the idea with this is we will oops, I am falling to my death. continue this vertically. There won't be much more height on this because it's on top of the hill. It sort of overlooks everything down there. I'm not kind of trying to make it some epic tower. And yes, that is an aeroplane in a fantasy world. I actually did that with my son, and we had a lot of fun building that, and I recorded a video of it, but it doesn't really fit in the world, so I will be getting rid of that and trying to keep it more in theme. The blimp is kind of on that sort of grey line. I'm not too sure about that. I might get rid of it. Yeah, as I said, I'm not using mods in this one, so figuring out how to get a nice shape of the blimp and filling it out is being quite arduous. And you can see down there there's a ship and stuff like that as well. Bit sidetracked, but yeah, I'm trying to focus the theme in this world. Trying to sort of make it look all like it fits together. A bit of cohesion, you could say. So let's continue on this. I will start the roof section and just think about how to integrate sort of more places to sort of spy out and have a look around. So let me have a think off camera, and then so I had a little bit of thinking, and what I might do is I'm going to start building the roof for this top section, and then there will be a smaller tower that will sort of rise above everything else, and then it will have its own roof. And I think that way it'll be, I guess, I think it will finish it off quite nicely, and so that it doesn't look, I guess, like a house and more like a sort of guard tower or observation tower. So let's get into it. So the way I'm thinking is I will start the roof from this level and then just try and figure out a way to get some sort of spire going up that way. It will sort of utilize the plaster and the wood. I kind of want to keep the stone and the brick for the base only. So let's get into it. So first off, I'm going to use these stairs to get the nice gable roof shape. I'm not at that pro level of doing sort of like circles and things. To be honest, I haven't given it a try before, but I might save it for another video at this stage. Come on now. Let's do that. Bring this in. Hopefully this looks good at the end. I'm sure it will. Don't want to boast too much, but you know. Okay, and let's get these stairs going. Gosh. Behave yourself. I'm really sorry if those clicks are annoying you. I suspect this video might be ruined by the clicks, by the clicking. Hope not. But anyway, you know, it's the first video. You live and learn. Oh. Oh, goodness gracious me. It's summertime here in Japan, and I have turned the AC fan off because it is really loud. Have I miscalculated there? What have I done? What have I done? Oh no. Or is that just a shadow? No, I have done something there. Maybe somebody was watching this and screaming. But that is all good because I can do a cool sort of log coming out like that. Put a bit of flare on it. And I will bring these out a little bit too, just to make that look a little bit cooler. And I will do some more following the beams down there as well. That'll be something I finesse later on, I think. And I really like the look of this sort of recessed roof. I think that looks pretty cool. Anyway, let's keep going. Let's do it right here. How many was that? 2 and 1 going up. Oh, looking pretty cool in my opinion. Okay, so I will quickly skip the video and finish off these stairs for the roof, and we'll continue and get on with that spire. So bear with me. Okay, and we are back again, and the roof is somewhat complete. I'd also, as I mentioned before, just brought out those the beams a little bit more, just to sort of add the effect. So you have the main beams on the sides, and then you have the sort of smaller ones in the middle. So it's looking pretty cool in my opinion. And now we are going to tackle the central spire, which would be sort of the main lookout section. Now I have to figure out. So we're 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, and 13. Let's just get rid of, where are we? Okay, so we have to figure out how big this thing is going to be, because I don't want it to be obnoxiously tall. Maybe another 4 in height. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Or do we want to go a little bit further? Let's see. Yeah, I don't think going taller is going to be detrimental to the overall look. Let's go that high maybe. So that'll be the height of the actual sort of wall, and then there'll be a secondary roof on top. And let's just delete that. Let me see. So the way I'm going to do it is these will be going up. Is that going to be wide enough? Might make it a little bit wider. Maybe one more on either side. Oops. Oops. What am I doing? How does that look? Yeah, I think that going up is going to look good. Now, I'm just thinking if we're going to go... I'm just wondering if it's going to be symmetrical on both sides. Maybe we won't, because if I take this out too far, I think it might be too dominant looking. Oh, maybe not. Maybe I'll do that. Okay, this is going to be where we'll take it. So let's just delete that. And I'll finesse the base a little bit just to make it look less silly. Oops. Bring that up. Something like that. Fill this bit in. Let's get rid of this. Okay, how we're looking. Something like that. Oops. Oh, can you hear the airplane? I actually live quite close to an air base, so get the odd F-16 flyover. Actually, the Chinooks are really loud. I'm originally from New Zealand, and we have almost no air force to speak of, apart from some helicopters and a couple of Hercules, but they don't operate around where I live, or lived. So you hardly saw anything other than little Cessnas flying around, and they did not disrupt life that much. So yeah, I've been getting used to the sort of the military stuff in Japan, because there's quite a bit of that. Okay. Now I'm just trying to think, do we want... Is it going to look too busy if I... Let me just do an experiment. I'm going to bring this up just to see what it's going to look like. And then let's get this plaster. Probably would have been faster if I just cycled through, but who cares? And of course we want some windows going up. For this going up, I don't think I'll use stairs. I think I'll just do a ladder. Okay, and maybe we'll start the windows from there. Put 2, let's see how this looks. I think this top floor will have sort of open, too many windows, I think. Oops. Although that might look quite good, having those beams going through. Yes, maybe I'll do the beams just because I don't want it to look like... Well, what if we just do... Oops. Just do one, because it might look too busy. Does it look a bit funny? Decisions. Okay, let's just continue, and then of course we can always change it if that does not appeal. Yeah, let's just keep going. So again, we'll do this sort of extended beams. And then just fill this bit in. Why do I keep knocking the spacebar and falling to my death. Okay. Please look good. Please look good. We have to do some sort of banner or something at the top. Okay, do we want to go central? Maybe we can, oops. It could be kind of cool. It's kind of, with these little extra bits on top, it kind of gives it a sort of, maybe almost Chinese, those really old school Chinese buildings. But I think that looks pretty cool. Let's just get rid of this. Or do we just do... No, keep the theme. Let's keep the theme. With the beams coming out. We've got the recessed. And if we're going to do that, then we need one coming out there too. Then we'll go for the fence and dark oak. We like the dark oak. Alrighty, so that will give you a kind of look of what it might look like in the end. So let me just skip the video and do the other sides, and then we'll come back to it. Okay, did a bit of experimenting and the design changed a little bit. I kind of wanted a sort of top lookout area that wasn't obscured by any walls or anything like that, so I made the whole top area open. And there is a central hole with the trapdoor that I'll put in for the ladder. And I just changed up the walls here a little bit just to fit a little bit better with the design. And I think it's looking pretty cool in my opinion. So I will put in some windows down the base area. There's still the whole interior that I need to fit out, and do stairs and things like that, which I might make as a separate video. And I think I'll just finish off finessing. I made a little bit of a recess in the ceiling to have the lanterns there as well. But I think overall it's looking pretty cool. Let's just delete these. So, in terms of the base, I don't want to have too many windows. I want the base of it to look fairly fortified, almost like a castle. So what I'll do is I'll put some windows in now, but I'll make them kind of high. I'm thinking somewhere up here maybe. Let me just see how that looks. And then if I do, how does that look? I kind of am leaning towards more of the higher one. I think it just looks more like a fortification and less like a house. I think having them too low makes it look more like a house. Let's just do that now. I'll just do a single porthole on the side just because I don't want to affect the entranceway look too much. Because I think it looks quite cool. And then let's just do these hatches again. Something like that. And what can we do for, what if we do stairs? These ones. How does that look? Yeah, that looks kind of cool. Do I negate that one? Oh, that looks kind of cool. Yeah, let's keep that. Oh yeah. Alrighty, so the watchtower is almost complete. What I'll do now is I'll quickly sort of integrate the sort of base of it with the surrounding hillside a little bit better, just so it doesn't look like it's floating. And then I'll do something about this. I'm not sure how I'm going to have it so somebody can get up here. Let me have a think about it. But for now, I'll just skip the video a little bit, just integrate this a little bit better, and then we can have a discussion about that. Alrighty, bear with me again. Phew! Okay, and we are back. That took way longer than I thought. Obviously in the video you can't tell, but I filled out the ground here. I didn't want the foundation to go too low, and I stuck a oak tree there and it filled up this whole area and you couldn't see anything, so I spent half my time deleting leaves, which is not fun. But anyway, we are here. So we have a somewhat completed guard tower here, looking very snazzy indeed, and foundations are all sorted. And I was thinking maybe I was going to do some vines and stuff sort of crawling up here, which would be quite cool. But for now, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to fill out this front area a little bit, make it look a little bit more interesting. So more obnoxious clicking, I am very sorry, but it's just the way it is right now. And oh, it could be quite cool to have some stairs going down there. That would be kind of cool. Maybe that's what we'll do. Get some archway action. Actually, let's make it too wide. Going down. Like so. Oops. As I said, I'm not completely sure how I'm going to do the X is coming up to this place, but for now we'll just sort of stick to the main, the sort of main immediate area, and we'll think about that later. And something like that. Let's get some of these. Maybe have some growing like so. Oops. Cover up that, and let's get some here as well. Oops. Oopsie. And these could just go forever. We have to make a decision at some stage. Maybe one more layer. And let's just fill it in the ground a little bit. Oops. And we'll figure that out later. Let's just get rid of some of these. Let's see, walking up here. Do 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 do. Whoa ho ho! Oh my gosh! Oh no! Yeah, that looks kind of funky. Yeah. Maybe we can have some torches, get a bit of fire going. This might be a little bit too much, but oops. Oh, why do I do that? How does that look? Maybe get rid of these ones and just keep the lanterns. That is looking pretty cool. And let's go down. So you come inside and whoa my gosh. So that's the second room. Whoa. And then go to the top and look out at the floating house and the unfinished blimp and the destroyed plane, and I haven't done anything over there. Woohoo! Let's just finish that. Well, I think this has been quite successful. So we have this rad looking watchtower, looking cool. And oh, I wanted to put a banner. What did I do for this one? Because I want to keep it the same. Okay, let's just let me steal it. So we've got the red banner and oh, we'll make it oak just so it fits. So as I said before, I think I said it, I made that with my son and I will be deleting it because it doesn't really fit with this world. So oh, I guess it's okay if we just have it separate and have it different. This might be OTT. And then I'm going to have it one or two, maybe just one. And I'll just do it on the front and oh, I can't do it on that side. Should just keep it on the, no, I've got to have it on the sides. Just to add, oh goodness gracious. Add a bit of some summon. How does that look? Ho ho, yeah. All bannered up. And of course we got to have one up here. Got to let everyone know. The Red Clan. It is kind of looking kind of like a almost sort of Asian-esque building, but that's okay because I think it looks cool. Anyway guys, I hope you enjoyed the build. I did do a lot off screen, but I think you get the gist of it. It was pretty simple, fairly straightforward. Let me know if you like it or dislike it, because, you know, if I'm doing things wrong, or if I could do things better, then of course I want to know. So let me know in the comments section. And part 2, if I do make a part 2, it will be finishing touches like the inside, doing something over here, and then figuring out what I'm going to do to, I guess, connect this more with the world. If I do some sort of bridge or walkway that goes down to sort of the ground level down here, just so it's actually accessible if you cannot fly. But anyway, I hope you enjoyed it, and hopefully we'll see you on the next one. And as I said, this is the very first Jabba Gaming video. So if you did enjoy it, please subscribe, help me build this channel up. That'd be really awesome. Anyway guys, thanks for watching. See you later.